Cocoa bugs.
Have you ever been told you're not smart enough? That you'll never succeed? Well, today I want to share with you the incredible story of Albert Einstein, a man who was once thought to be a failure, but who went on to change the entire world. This is not just a story of science, it's the story of courage, imagination, and never giving up. So sit back, relax, and let's take a journey through the life of one of history's greatest minds. Albert Einstein was born on the 14th of March 1879 in the small German city of Ulm. From the very beginning, he seemed different. Unlike other children, Albert spoke very late. In fact, he didn't speak fluently until he was around 9 years old. His parents worried something was wrong with him. His teachers, too, were frustrated. One even told his family he will never amount to anything. Imagine that for a moment. One of the greatest geniuses of all time was once told he would be nothing. But young Einstein had something his teachers couldn't see. He had curiosity. He asked endless questions, even about the simplest things. When young Einstein got a small compass, he was amazed that the needle always pointed north. The mystery behind it sparked his curiosity and began his lifelong love for science and discovery. At school, Einstein struggled with memorizing facts and disliked strict rules. Teachers thought he was lazy, but he was simply curious. Though he left school early, his love of learning never stopped. He continued to study on his own, reading books, solving problems, and thinking deeply about the universe. Eventually, he tried to enter the Swiss Federal Polytechnic School in Zurich. But here's the shocking part. The first time he applied, he failed the entrance exam. Yes, Albert Einstein failed. Many people would have given up right there. But Einstein didn't quit. He studied harder, prepared himself, and on his second try, he passed. He was finally admitted. Still, his struggles weren't over. After graduating, he dreamed of becoming a professor, but no university wanted to hire him. He applied again and again, and every time he was rejected. In the end, he could only find a job as a clerk at the Swiss Patent Office in Bern. It wasn't the life he wanted. He sat all day reviewing inventions. But here's the amazing part. The job gave him time to think. At night, after work, he wrote and worked on his own ideas. In 1905, at 26, Einstein quietly worked in his small apartment and published 4 groundbreaking papers, shaking physics and earning the name Annus Mirabilis, his year of miracles. In these papers, Einstein showed light can act like particles, proved atoms exist, introduced special relativity, and revealed the famous equation E=mc², changing physics forever. At first, scientists thought his ideas were too strange to be true. But slowly, as evidence grew, the world realized that this man from the patent office was a true genius. From that point on, Einstein's life changed. He became a professor, a respected scientist, and eventually one of the most famous people in the world. In 1921, Einstein won the Nobel Prize in Physics for the photoelectric effect, a discovery that changed how we understand light and energy, and shaped modern science. His discoveries helped shape the technology we use today, from solar panels to nuclear power, and even the GPS systems that guide us in our cars. But Einstein's story is not only about science, it's about character. He once said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited, but imagination embraces the entire world." Even at the height of his fame, Einstein lived humbly. He didn't care about fancy clothes or riches. He walked to work, played his violin, and spent his life searching for answers. In 1930, when Adolf Hitler rose to power in Germany, Einstein, who was Jewish, was forced to leave his homeland. He moved to the United States and became a professor at Princeton University. There, he continued his groundbreaking research, but also used his voice to stand for peace, equality, and human rights, believing that science should serve humanity, not destroy it. Einstein's famous equation, E=mc², later played a role in the development of the atomic bomb. But Einstein himself was deeply against war. Deeply regretting that his ideas were used for destruction, Einstein dedicated the rest of his life to promoting peace, speaking out against war, and urging humanity to choose knowledge for good. He passed away in 1955, but his name has become eternal. Today, when we hear the word genius, many of us immediately think of Albert Einstein. But the truth is, his story isn't just about genius, it's about failure, it's about rejection. It's about being misunderstood, and it's about refusing to let those things define you. Think about it. A child who couldn't speak properly, a student who failed exams, a graduate who couldn't get a job, went on to become one of the greatest thinkers the world has ever seen. Einstein's life shows that failure isn't the end. Curiosity and imagination are powerful, and if you keep believing in yourself despite setbacks, you can achieve greatness and even change history. Einstein himself once said, "Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving." Remember Einstein's story when you feel discouraged. Keep moving, dreaming, and believing in yourself, because the next idea that changes the world could come from you. Thank you for watching. If this story inspired you, like, subscribe for more, and share it with someone who needs motivation today. Keep dreaming, keep moving forward, and see you next time.